Morning, everybody. Welcome to Diamond Zone. Another week has gone by. Crazy, huh? Another week. So let's ask the magic question for everybody. Okay, how many people don't answer to me, answer to yourself, are excited about the results or the things that you did last week that's going to take you closer to your goals? You could ask this question daily. You could ask this question weekly. You could ask this question at the end of the month. But at some point, right, you got to always look back because as you know, right, we all say the same thing. Wow, those weeks are just flying by. I can't believe it's Christmas again, right? I can't believe it's another New Year's. And when you hold yourself accountable on a daily basis or weekly or monthly, whatever it is for you, right, it really is kind of eye-opening. And then if you're not getting the results, right, this is when you have to mentor up. This is when you have to say, okay, what am I doing? What needs to change in order for me to start getting consistent results? And remember, the results are not necessarily dollars in your pocket. The results could be, you know what? I'm so excited about last week because I went to 3 networking events. And I put 47 people in my funnel. Now, see, that is an unbelievable success story. But if you're looking at it just for dollars in your pocket, sometimes that's an unrealistic expectation because you may be at a different level, right? You may just be in the level of filling up your funnel. Or you know what? I perfected my testimonial last week. I went out there, I got into the uncomfortable. Those are the things I'm talking about. But if you don't have any stories to share, that's when you really got to look at yourself and say, you know what? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, am I going to do this or I'm not going to do this? And that's when, that's the conversations you have with the mirror. Okay, and those are sometimes drawn out conversations. Okay, because we all know why we do what we do when we do it. So, let me put this up and I'll go from there. I opened with this the other day in my, when I did the WOT training last Saturday, and it kind of ties into the testimonial training that I did yesterday because, so many people are out there, they'll redo PowerPoint slides, right? They'll go out there and they'll change the presentation, right? Or they'll go, I got the best business card out there. Let's spend 2 weeks trying to figure out which business card I'm going to use. Hey, so-and-so, send me yours. Okay, well, you know what? This one has a better one. Let's get that person's idea. Listen, I don't even have a business card. If you meet me and you go, Jeff, give me your business card. I don't. I understand the power. Here's your business card. Your smile is your logo. Your personality is your business card. How you leave others feeling after an experience with you becomes your trademark. You perfect this, you don't need a business card. I love every aspect of this quote because very few people out there daily are smiling. In fact, when you see somebody smiling, you know what the average person's thinking? What's wrong with that person? Right? Why is that person smiling? Must be something wrong, right? Do I have something on my mouth? Okay, because it's so rare. Just watch people. Watch people. Your personality is your business card, right? How do you make people feel? That's the experience. That becomes your trademark. And I'm telling you, I'm not just patting Lisa on the back, but when she went to a networking event, everybody knew Lisa G was there because it sparked the room. And she made people feel good because she wasn't there just to take from people. She was there to give, right? Remember I said you got to be mentally prepared when you go out there and talk to people? You got to be mentally prepared when you pick up a phone call. Because every time you engage, you're leaving people feeling a certain way. And when you have people feeling good, right? Here we go again. I know, Jeff, you said this all week, but it's really the theme of the week. Leaving people so you become memorable. And that memory should be going, you know what? That person made me think. That person had a conversation unlike any other conversation I've had in years. That person made me feel real good because they really cared about what I was saying. This is what I'm talking about. This is the little things, the little nuggets that help you with your follow-up. Because if you leave people feeling really good, right, and you happen to get to the step where you're sending the 3-minute video, do you really think as they're watching the 3-minute video, you know what they're really thinking about? You. You become that 3-minute video. Wow, I just remember that Mary made me feel real good. Man, she was smiling, right? She cared about what I was saying. And you know what? I'm going to watch that 3-minute video because it came from Mary. Do you see the little things? These are the little things that help you along your journey. These are the little things, right, that better your chances to start getting the results we all want to get. It goes back to what I always talk about, guys. It's building your confidence. It's building your confidence. And with that, building your confidence, right? You guys are going to love how I just segue into this. I'm getting really good now, right? Here's our video of the week. Guess what it's on?
If I were to ask you a gift that you would like to receive, I'll bet many of you would pick what I'm going to talk to you about now. John Maxwell here. Welcome to Minute with Maxwell. I want to talk to you about confidence, about becoming a confident person. I find that is just a big need in the life of many people. They just lack the confidence to do what they want to do, to sometimes do what they should do. And so they come to me and they ask me, how do I become a more confident person? And I would like to share with you quickly 3 ways that you could begin to build into your self-confidence that will allow you to go to a level that a lack of confidence will hold you back and keep you from achieving. The first thing I would share with you is this, that if you want to be a confident person, you have to take action. Confidence is a result of doing something. And so many times people cheat themselves because they lack that confidence, so they don't do what they should do, only to leave saying, I wish I would have done that. I can remember when I was in my 20s, I went to a meeting with leaders that were older than I, wiser, bigger, better, faster. What was I, 27? They probably averaged 45, 50. And I was overwhelmed by the fact that I was truly, not trying to be humble, I was truly the least in the room. And I could have learned so much from them. And in fact, they gave times for us to ask questions, and I held back. And I didn't ask questions, and I left that meeting, and I really realized how I cheated myself. And I determined that I would never let that happen again. Now, why didn't I ask the question? Because I lacked the confidence. I thought, well, it's probably a silly question to them. They probably answered that question 1,000 times. They'll look at me and say, wow, he doesn't know very much. And I determined that day that regardless of how intimidated I was going to become, I was never going to cheat myself again. And that I was always going to ask the question, even though I figured it may be a real stupid question. What was I doing with my confidence? I was making a determination to take action on something that I didn't feel comfortable with. And trust me, I did. I never broke that promise to myself, and today I can look back at many times where I just went ahead and did it. I didn't feel comfortable, but I went ahead and did it. And each time I took action, it began to give me confidence. The second thing that I have done to build my confidence is to share with others and help them. One of the things I found is that you begin to feel better about yourself when you help other people get better. And so therefore, there's a confidence booster in making yourself invaluable to others because you're always adding value to them. And so I grew my confidence not only in taking actions on things that I perhaps was intimidated with, but I, quote, did it anyway. I grew my confidence by the fact that I began to meet people's needs. And because I met their needs, I began to be valued, and I began to have influence with those people. And all of that process helped me to become a more confident person. The third thing that I did is I spent time with confident people. There's no security like being with secure people. You know it. You know it when you're with them. You know it when you're not with them. You can feel it in the room. A lot of my leadership has been based on the fact that I provide a lot of security for people. They just know. If they hook up with me, if they read my book, if they kind of follow me, if they listen to my lesson, they're going to get better. And that security helps them to become more secure and confident themselves. That's exactly what I did as a young leader. I found people that were confident, and I hung with them. I watched them. I asked them questions. I learned from them. But more than anything else, I immersed myself in the environment of a confident person. Because confidence is caught. I've watched it happen many times. A team maybe is behind in a game, and all of a sudden they get on a run, and they, quote, start playing over their head, and they begin to build momentum, and they get on a roll, and they start scoring points. And you can just watch in the behavior, the attitude, the actions, the facial expressions of the players, that they're just feeling better about themselves as the game goes on. It's contagious. Get around a person that's secure and you'll become more secure. Get around a person that's got confidence and you'll begin to gain more confidence. Because secure, confident people want you to be confident also. The only people that don't want you to be confident in life are insecure people. They always want you to be off balance so they can have the advantage. So I want to encourage you, hang around some confident people, get in that environment and immerse yourself in it. Add value to people and take action on things that you fear. And you'll begin to build your confidence. I'm glad you're with me today on Minute with Maxwell.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Wow. Is that not apropos for our business? I hope you guys took notes. I always do. Okay. And just to recap, guys, and I'm going to ask our diamonds and above for diamond tips today. I know we have quite a few diamonds on the call. So I'd love you guys to unmute yourself and, let you guys share a little bit, maybe about your confidence, maybe about anything, any aspect of the business. If you've had network marketing experience, it's different things that have worked for you. But just to recap, just a little bit what I was talking about, when we talk about your testimonial, we talk about doing the uncomfortable, right? Everything surrounding confidence is taking now I'm going to add to this for 1 second, the uncomfortable action. I think a lot of people, we live in our strengths, and sometimes our strengths will kill us. It's the uncomfortable action that needs to be taken. What do you hate to do? You go, I can't stand, I don't want to do that. You know what it normally is? Okay, and I hate to say it, but it's the truth. It's talking to people. The number one thing that's going to get us to our end goal is the very thing we're so uncomfortable with. You know why? Because we care what other people think. We don't want to be judged, right? We don't want to be scrutinized. That's our biggest fear since we're kids, right? Why do you think there's peer pressure, right? Why do you think people follow the pack? Because if you follow the pack, that's comfortable. Not following the pack is uncomfortable. And guess what? When you unfollow the pack, you open yourself up for ridicule. And no one likes that. So we stay in the comfortable. We stay in the natural. And that's why most people are broke. Because most people are sheep and they follow the masses. Well, the masses aren't wealthy. The masses are doing the things that barely get them by. And those are the people normally we surround ourselves with. So I'm just going to add to it. Take the uncomfortable action. Write down the number one thing you hate to do and go do it. Consistently do it and watch how good you get. Just doing that is a success story for the week. Jeff, let me tell you what I just did. I did an uncomfortable action. Are you kidding me? That's better than becoming a diamond. Why? Because until you take the uncomfortable action, you'll never become a diamond. Does this not make sense? That's number one. Number two, what do you say? Share and give to others. Did we not just talk about that? When you meet with people, share with others, give to get. Give without an agenda and you will get. That gains your confidence. And the third thing, the last thing was, and this is the thing that a lot of people have to get really good at. You got to surround yourself. You got to surround yourself with confident people. Let's go back to the masses. Let's go back to following everybody else. Sometimes you gotta dismiss your family and friends. I'm not saying you disown them. I'm not saying you don't go to family functions. I'm not saying you still don't go hang out with your friends, but you got to really go, what is this group giving me? And why am I still here? What is this group doing for me that I'm around every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Does that group leave you feeling good about yourself? Or does that group make you settle? See, we got to get everybody here in the uncomfortable. That's it. That's the journey of multi-level, is doing the uncomfortable, the unnatural, and the unbelievable. Because most people, that's all they do. They do the comfortable. They do what's comfortable. Get a job. What's natural? Your 3% raise, if you get that. See, it's uncomfortable to take on action to better yourself. That's uncomfortable. And that's why people go, oh my gosh, right? The person that just hangs up on me. Do you really think they're hanging up on you? They're hanging up on themselves. They're not hanging up on you because all you did was illuminate their situation because you made a change. And they see you making a change. Instead of embracing your change, it's easier to put your change down. And this is the battle that goes on every day. And this is why people then quit. Because it's not worth the constant battle. Why? Because you're still surrounding those same people. You got to get around confident people. That's what you got to do. You got to submerge yourself. This is a lot of people's first step. So when I talk about results, guys, these are the things I'm talking about. These are the little things. Jeff, I filled up my funnel this week. Jeff, I did something uncomfortable. Jeff, I removed myself from this pack of friends that I've hung out for 25 years with. And I'm limiting my time with them. And I've surrounded myself with a new group. These are the things. These are the little things that help you along the journey. So there's my rant, okay, today. So, and I think everybody's got to really listen, right, and take whatever action you need to take. So I do want to ask some of our diamonds and above, and I'm going to let you unmute yourself for some diamond tips. Whoops. What's that? That's not good. Hang on. Boom. Manage. There we go. I'm going to look for some of my diamonds in case they get a little scared, and I'm going to unmute them.
Hey, Jeff and Shaylisa, I'm not scared. Jeff?
Hi, Shaylisa.
Hi, you don't have to go searching for me. I'm right here.
Okay.
So, I guess one of my tips is you hit on so many of the keys to feeling confident. And if you put them together, the pieces of the puzzle is, I came in on the joy vibration and understanding how you affect yourself when you're smiling and others when you're smiling. it's, there's no such thing as charity. Everything you're doing is to make yourself feel good. And there's a twofold thing that happens when you do it, and it's positive and it's uplifting you. You're uplifting other human beings. So that smile is hugely important. And, like you said, who you choose to hang around, Tim and I we'll turn and look at each other and go, well, who are we going to hang out with? Like we always say, who would we want in a community with us? Like a living community? And we always come back to just you, because so many people get caught up in expressing the drama, the negativity, what's not going right, what they're not getting. And truly, when you enter a network marketing family, those are the most positive people you're ever going to find. So truly, Tim and I hang out with you and Lisa on phone calls, Fran, it's so uplifting. So hang out with each other, because we've got some amazing family and we can hang out with them and a few friends, but most of them are still, the programming is so strong. It just grabs them right back into expressing what it is they don't like or don't want in their life. And takes a lot of masterful discipline and focus to watch your own thinking. So, go back to the 4 agreements. And when you truly do, I hold the door open for everybody. I make friends all over, and I do it for me, you guys. It's such a payoff. It uplifts me to watch somebody's expression of joy when someone holds the door open for them. It's the little tiny subtle things, you guys. It doesn't have to be big. And when you keep yourself in that joy, then you can make the calls, the confidence builds. And when you push yourself to doing the things, I never, ever, ever ask anybody in my team to do something I can't do. I don't. And so if I start talking about something, when I get off the phone with somebody, I go and do exactly what I just asked them to do, because it's a great reminder and practice. We're all human. We're all in the same boat. We all have the same fears, and we all have the same desires in some format.
So Shaylisa, unbelievable, great points. But isn't it funny that, just those little things that like Shaylisa just talked about, like holding a door open for somebody and watching their response. Just, what I always like to do, just go do something nice for somebody every day. And here's the other thing that she just brought to my head. You know why so many people are negative against your positivity? They don't know what feeling good feels like. They don't know what feeling good feels like. That it's uncomfortable. Go, wait a minute, I don't have a headache today. What's wrong with me? Wait a minute, something happened on my face. It kind of smiled. What's wrong with me? They don't know what feeling good feels like. Now here you come, because you feel good. And now all of a sudden you magnify, okay, their inaccuracies, whatever that word is, okay? And all of a sudden they go, wait a minute, what's going on here? And you make them feel good, and they leave, they go, what is that? Oh my God, what just happened to me? So we want to get people to understand this world. That's our job. Our job is to get them to understand this. So sometimes, and you can't change the world, guys, you got to work with the people that want to do it. That's it. Go ahead, Shaylisa, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I got on my rant. So it's just, you're so, and you know what I always do? I understand people are very, 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 very threatened by the vibration I embody. And I always invite them to embody it by being, I don't try and be, it's not an egoic thing. You can't go into ego, because then you're not embodying it in a real deep, authentic way. You kind of, hey, how are you doing? Oh, my day's bad. Oh, how come? You become a listening ear. You figure out where they're at. You don't drop to their level, but you have an understanding, empathic way of being with them. And the more you learn that, the more confident you are, the more you can pick up that phone or your cold calls or walk up to the bigwig at the networking event. Lisa G and I and Tim were at the same networking events for a year and a half in Colorado. And it was always Lisa G and I and Tim that were the first ones there and last ones to leave. And we had so much fun. And that's how we were drawn to each other.
Love it.
So,
Shaylise,
there you go.
thank you for that. That's a great tips. Thank you so much. And your energy is
Welcome.
always appreciated. Let's go to, and I know this is somebody with a lot of, network marketing experience. And so when you have somebody like that, it's nice that they share. So Anne Marie, are you there? Maybe she's not. I know her picture's there. This is where you catch people. Anne Marie, are you there? Maybe she'll come back. Terry Bernay, Diamond.
I'm here, Jeff.
Hi, Terry. You're kind of catching the theme today, kind of a diamond tip or something that's happened in your organization, just to give today.
Well, I've been thinking about, my whole career and thinking about this, we're talking about confidence. How did I become confident? And thinking way back in my career as a teacher and how I had to, do things when you come out of university and to be a teacher, everything that I had to do, it was uncomfortable. The first time I had to speak in front of a group of parents at I was comfortable with the children, but then we had a parent, I'll never forget it, the first meeting that I had, and it was all the parents, and I'm 21 years old, and I'm talking to parents that are, 30, 40 years old, and they're looking at me, and I had to dig deep to have the courage. I knew what I was doing, but it was like a young woman, first time in front of that group of parents, going, wow. And I did it. I pushed out, and I was a very successful teacher, and the parents loved me, but it was hard. I don't think there's anything in my life that's been easy. I'm going to tell you right from, because I've been just sitting here reminiscing as you've been talking and thinking, well, where's this confidence come from? And I had to back way up to there and go, okay, I did that. And then when I decided, I only taught for about 5 years and got into network marketing, of course, then it was a whole different picture, but I again had to push out of my comfort level. The other things that I did when I got into network marketing, and it was enthusiasm. That was one thing that went, because of my enthusiasm, people were drawn to me. When people were drawn to me, it boosted my confidence. So just by being enthusiastic, my confidence started to build. And maybe you don't agree with, this, but this was a model that I had from the time I was young, was fake it till you make it. And so I was confident. And inside, maybe I wasn't, but I never let that show. I never let that show to that group of parents. I never let that show to anybody. And as I just, on top, became the person that I wanted to be, I just became her. And I look at myself now and I say, I became that person that I was in my head, but I really wasn't. But it was the enthusiasm, and it was faking it till I made it, until now I am that confident person. And that's my tip today. Enthusiasm breeds confidence.
Well, you are a certain example of that. That is for sure. Every time I leave Terry after a phone call, I feel good. Okay. And you know why? Her confidence, if I'm down, gives me confidence. And that's sometimes what we have to provide for our teams, guys. Right? If something's going wrong, who do you think they're looking to uplift them? The person at the top with confidence. Hey, don't worry. Man, we got this. And that's part of any journey. And that's what Terry embodies. Okay, no matter what she's gone through with her and her team, and she could tell you stories that will buckle your knees. But you know what? Confident, and I'm going to keep moving forward. Terry, thank you so much, girl.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, and guys, if you want to unmute, maybe something you did this week that increased your confidence, I'd love to hear from you. What did you do? What happened? Or if you're a diamond and above, right, and you want to share. I know Gus and Jan are on. I know Anne Marie's on. I know I believe Sheila's on. So Come on, guys, give Jeff a break.
Hey, Jeff, it's Fran.
I know Fran's on. Hi, Fran.
Hi. Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to say I love everybody in this group. Oh my gosh. I love listening to it. Lisa, Terry, everybody's awesome. But as I was sitting here thinking about confidence, my thoughts were it really can be segmented, and this is why. So I come from a traditional business, staffing. And I had a lot of confidence in that business because I knew the business inside and out, and I knew my competition. I knew my clients' personalities and requests. I mean, I did staffing in pharmaceuticals. So Doug and I, we would go do sales calls. We would go in, meet with like the CFO, just high leaders within these companies, and they'd bring us in and they'd say, okay, we need another Mary. And I'd be like, okay, what does Mary do? They wouldn't even give us a job description. And they had the trust that we could figure it out what they needed. And we loved that because it was a puzzle and we were very successful in what we did. But then I get involved in network marketing, whole different animal. Don't know the industry, constant rejection, learning the competition because I really, was not real savvy to that. And then watching these powerful leaders and just having such inspiration to want to be like that. So now I'm looking at it, well, okay, now I have to come up with a solution as to how I am going to be a leader in network marketing like I was in my traditional business. And Jeff knows my story and everybody doesn't, but I'm going to say it now. So I just sold my house after 30 years. I'm moving from Philly to Vegas on April 2nd. And I'm surrounding myself now with the best of the best to build. Have a game plan for 1 year to do what's required 7 days a week to achieve my dreams and goals so I can help my team achieve their dreams and goals. And I'm willing to do whatever it's going to take. So in a year, I can, hopefully have that life that I want and help others do the same.
How'd that feel, Fran?
I don't know. No, it's great. It's great. Everything's falling into place and working out.
Yeah, really. It's a new chapter. We've talked about this a lot, and sometimes you got to burn the boat. Fran's in a position to burn the boat. I'm not suggesting that for everybody, but I am saying to burn the boat based on what you're willing to give it. In other words, she's willing to burn the boat completely, right? And actually uproot and move to an area and surround herself around people she believes is going to take her to the next level. But your degree of burning the boat may be, you know what? I'm going to burn the boat and commit to this 4 hours a week. Just make sure you understand there's different levels of burning the boat. Or I might be burning the boat and make sure I'm covering that mortgage payment every month with this business. So just understand that. That's just Fran's degree. And she's ready for it. She's excited. And I'm more excited, Lisa and I, because of some of the things that we're all going to do together. And we're going to pull you guys into this. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay? Everything that we do, we're going to share, and we want everybody to get the results. So this is not just a little, coffee clutch. That's just for us. We're going to share with everybody because we're going to be doing some very out-of-the-box things in the next 90 days to help everybody's business. Okay? But remember, the basics are the basics. And the basics is what we talk about every day on Diamond Zone. So, Fran, thank you so much, and so excited to see you in Vegas. All right, who else is out there?
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jan. Grand Diamond, Jan and Gus.
Good morning, everybody. We're in the middle of a 3-week road trip here, and we're in San Francisco right now. And anyway, this week, well, the exciting thing about being on a road trip is every single day we meet people that we would never have the opportunity to meet. And the wonderful thing about this morning's topic of confidence is you have the chance to listen to what people are really saying when you have a conversation, whether it's your Uber driver, the person checking you in at the hotel desk after midnight at night, you know, and you know how Jeff has taught us, ask questions and really listen. And 2 days ago, when we were in Concord, I've needed to get my hair washed. And so I'm thinking, okay, who can do my hair? Well, the nice shuttle driver at the Hilton in Concord took me to a real cute little place. So I'm talking to her on the drive over because I'm the only passenger on the big giant shuttle. So anyway, I'm getting to know her. She drops me off at a hair salon, and this wonderful big old guy is doing my hair, and I'm listening to what he's saying to me, because I'm asking every place I go, I ask questions. Tell me about your family. How did you get here from North Carolina? You know, you were in the military 20 years and now you're doing hair, you know, how does that transition, you know? So Jeff, you're always teaching us, ask questions and listen to what they're saying. And so it gives you the opportunity to say, well, your daughter that's in college is about ready to graduate and she's going into the health profession, you know, I might have something you would want to pass along to her. And so, you know, that 3-minute video, I gave that to him and he said, thank you. The drive back home, I had a different shuttle driver, and this little gal is so, well, she's 40-year-old woman, 40 something. She's from Chicago and she's moved back to Concord. And I said, well, tell me how all that happened. What, you loved Chicago, but now you're back in Concord. It's a family thing. So then I'm asking, well, how old are your kids? And, you know, she's got 3 kids in their 20s and boom, boom, boom. So by the time we got back to the hotel, I had been asking her questions, and you know, it was so neat, the connection we had. I said, you know, I'd love for you to meet my husband. And he was right in the lobby taking a break. We introduced each other, and she says, you know what? I just want to adopt you guys. You know, it was such a cool compliment because we had made this connection. She watched the 3-minute video while she was on her break. By the end of the evening, she had shown 3 or 4 of the other co-workers, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and we're leaving, and we're all hugging each other out in the parking lot. And she says, I want to adopt you in my family, you know, so it would be a Rainbow Coalition family for sure. So, but anyway, you know, you guys, like Shaylisa said, when you are smiling, when you are listening to other people, when you are trying to encourage other people with where they're at, it makes you feel good. It gives you more confidence. And as you're listening to people, you're thinking, gosh, I might have something that could help that person. And every one of you on this call on Diamond Zone, we do have something that can make another person's life better. And it's going to be up to them to decide if they're going to accept this gift. So, no,
hey,
Jen, you're
giving. What was this lady's name, the bus driver?
E.G. Johnson.
Okay, so let me ask everybody here a question. Do you think E.G. Johnson is going to remember Jan and Gus?
Yes.
Do you actually think when she's watching that 3-minute video, okay, it's going to better their chances for her to even watch the video and then accept her call when Jan follows up? She's going to answer that call. She's going to pick up the call when Jan follows up. Why? Because they made her feel good. Perfect point, perfect scenario of exactly how you do it the right way. Because she showed an interest first, sincere interest.
I really want
to hear the story. Then she matched the opportunity to the person she was talking to and made them, now they're all hugging.
Yes.
She's probably thinking, why the hell am I hugging these people? She couldn't control it.
Yeah.
Because they made her feel good. There you go. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jan.
But anyway, that's just my point to everyone. Every one of you can make this happen in this way. It doesn't, not every person you're going to meet, you're going to have that great connection with. But what we got so excited about for her was she caught this vision and she immediately shared the 3-minute with some other people before we even got a chance to see her a couple hours later. And so, you know, she's going to be on the webinar Sunday. You know, she's just a very entrepreneurial woman. She's, anyway, but
Great story.
Thank you.
Great transition into everything we're talking about today. What a perfect scenario that was. So
it really is.
Thanks, you guys. Hey, Gus, go to work.
Yeah.
Go do something, Gus. Your wife's working her butt off, and you're just, having coffee.
Oh man, this guy's awesome. He just accentuates everything.
All right. Okay. Who else? Anybody else want to share today?
I do. Hi, Jeff. This is Jenny.
Jenny wants to share.
I do. I'm not a diamond yet, but I'm really going for it. I'm sorry?
That sandwich?
Oh, go ahead, Jenny.
Okay. So first of all, I want to reiterate what Fran said. We've been on the phone a lot this week, and I'm so proud of what she's doing because I did a cross-country move 10 years ago, and I know what she's going through. But I just love this family. And Jeff, what you said earlier, I've had to eliminate some of the people who have been through other companies with me who are shaking their head going, why are you doing this again? Because I know this is right for me. And you've helped me more than anybody else, Jeff, because I couldn't say I was a network marketer. I wanted to say I was a TV producer, an author, and a publisher. And I am still all those things, but this is who I am now. And I got an example of having confidence in the universe this week because I'm asking for direction, asking for answers. My funnel is pretty much in the witness protection program. And I was looking for new leads. And I was actually saying, where am I going to find business people, higher quality leads, the kind of people that are looking to maybe get a franchise and, $3,500, is a drop in the bucket. And I got a call from a lead company when I was asking that question. And she found me online. She knew all about Hilo. I was a little suspicious getting that kind of call. So I researched it. I turned to Dick and Mary, who have experience with lead companies. We checked it out. Fran checked it out. And we're going to do this lead company. But it was an example of having confidence and asking for answers and getting them. And I was so, just comforted, I guess is the best word about that we're not alone in this. We are a family. We're going the distance, and it's scary sometimes. And sometimes I'm too overly confident for people. Just what you said when people say, well, I can't be like her. She talks to everybody. She's, this and she's that. So sometimes I have to pull back the confidence of some people to show them that they can do this too. But in terms of this family and the confidence I have in you and Lisa and the support that we get here, I've never had this ever in any other company that I've been in. And that's why I know I'm going to make it this time. And I'm so glad to be on the journey with all of you.
Perfect. Thank you. Here's the bottom line, Jenny. And, we talk a lot, but if the desire's there, the how-to will come. And that's really the motto. If you really want something to happen, things will start to surface. And, there's different things that you can do. But you know what? The average person, what you want them to do is you want them to go out there. They know the surrounding people that they know. See, Jenny's been through her warm market. Maybe a lot of you have too. But there's no way that with all the things that we have access to, there's no way in the world we can't all fill up the funnel on a daily basis. So, Jenny, thank you. I appreciate it. And I know you guys are going to kill this thing. That's for sure.
Okay, thanks.
It's your time. It's your time. All right. Who wants to close out the call? Anybody? Hang on. Wait a minute. Who's that?
Hey, Jeff.
Go ahead.
Hey. Can you see me?
I cannot see you. Who is it?
It's Perry.
Hi, Perry. Where are you?
Hey, I'm good. Listen, I just wanted to share with everybody on this call today that a little bit of a testimonial about the Hilo that just recently happened. Last couple of weeks, I've been getting a lot of, we're using the SOS piece of it and the Guardian and the We Care and all that piece of it. And my wife's, I kept getting emails every few hours about my wife's blood pressure being super high. It was 149 over 100, you know, that kind of thing. It was just continuous, and she was getting high, heart rate readings as well. And, I said, well, you need to go see the doctor. And first we thought maybe there was something wrong with her helo, right? And so she actually went to the doctor on Friday Wednesday, and found out that she may have a blockage, and they're actually sending her to a cardiologist now. So the helo actually found out her heart problem, in my opinion. So that's a little testimonial I have there. And, you know, the funny thing about it, she's been skeptical about getting into this with me. And I think that's changed her mind. And she's hitting all of her friends with her testimonial now too. So
there you go. Different angles, right? Confidence in the product, confidence in your story, whatever it may be, right? But the message today, and Perry, thank you so much for that. The message today is take action to do the uncomfortable. Take action to do the uncomfortable. Okay, so with that, guys, Diamond Zone has ceased for another week. So remember, the WO2 is tomorrow. I don't know who's doing it tomorrow morning. And then on Sunday, there's 2 opportunity presentations, one at 12 and one at 6. So I thank you, and everybody have a great weekend, a productive weekend doing the uncomfortable. Talk to you guys soon.